welcome to another devlog. It's been a while since I started to make this platform game, and there has been a lot of problems along the way while learning how to make things work. I have been slowly improving and fixing my previous mistakes. But now, it's finally time I added some much needed polish to the game's map. So far, I've been using the textureless low poly models for the background, and it's time to make this look more like the inside of a cave. I started by trying to add some textures to the ground and the other objects, and eventually, I've put together a new test map. At the same time, I also began to use the new splines tool, which is a very helpful tool that is able to do many things. One of the things it is good at is displaying meshes along the spline line. With this, I can position and rotate my connected route and platforms, and make the environment seem more alive and natural, very easily. As I made this map in a rush, I didn't take the time to properly add props and decorate it yet. But changing the textures already made the mood of the game change quite drastically. I also added some missing sound effects for the game. And I was impressed on how much it improved the game experience and mood. The combat of the game is changing quite a lot as I learn new things and fix my old mistakes. From learning how to code animation combos, to make them feel more impactful and fun. So, to make the combat changes easier in the future, I changed how the attack combos work again. Now, a single attack animation are divided into 3 parts: attack, hold, and end. This way, I can easily change how fast the attacks are and how long they should hold their impact positions before ending the attack. This change will save a lot of time as I'm still experimenting in changing the attack animations quite a lot. I also changed the player's attack hitbox to follow the player's hands with a position constraint now, instead of manually moving them inside the animations like before. Following some suggestions, I went to make the ragdolls more exaggerated. And I found out that I wasn't even inheriting the momentum to the ragdoll. So I fixed that and basically removed the death animation and gave the enemy a full ragdoll death, for a much more satisfying effect. The AI is one of the things that's been delaying the game for quite some time. Enemies only have a basic patrol, chase, and single attack behaviors, which is far from making the combat fun or challenging. But before I start to make changes, I need to fix on how the AI actually works. So far, all the AI code was done in a single class. This was fine at first, but the script is quickly growing into a mess, and making any changes will be very likely to create several bugs. So before I try to make some more complex behaviors, I needed to do something about that first. I looked on how AIs are typically made, and the answer was state machines. State machines divide enemy behaviors into states like chase, patrol, and taking damage. In this way, you can make changes to one of them without completely breaking the others. To understand how state machines actually work in AI, I even tried Unity's visual scripting for a bit, as it comes with a very good state machine graph built in, which is very easy to use and understand what is happening. But ultimately, I still decided to stick with just code, and after a while, I made my own state machine for the AI. It felt quite strange at first. For each new enemy type, I now need to create a lot of new scripts, and using simple variables between states is now not as simple anymore, as one state doesn't know about variables from another state. But I'm slowly getting used to it. To help with that, enemies have a sensor class responsible to see the world and select a target, and a locomotion class responsible for moving around after giving a target position. States will use them to act, and they are the eyes and legs of the AI. I replicated the same enemy behavior to use the AI state machine for now, and I plan to come back and create some more challenging AI, with more attack variations and taunts later. But for now, to see how this new AI workflow works, I decided to make another enemy type. I model a low poly flying bat enemy. And I might have spent too much time doing the rig, as when I finished it, I even had an IKFK driver switch that I ended up never using. And also made some simple animations, making the bat fly, get stunned, and die. I'll still need to come back to this later to sculpt the tails and add some textures, but that's good enough for now. For this new enemy type, I created a new locomotion type to enable flying. and added some trigger areas to activate the bats. Their behavior for now is simple, they only fly in a straight line and won't chase after the player. And after creating the new AI states, it is finally done. It was very quick and easy, as expected, and I didn't need to duplicate or inherit my enemy controller class like I was doing previously. And that's it. These new changes should be the support I needed to start making big changes on how the enemy behaves. And hopefully I will spend more time on making the game itself instead of fixing systems and bugs over and over again. Next time, I will finally take a look at the enemies and try to make the combat fun and interesting. I also have some ideas on how the player's abilities will work, but more on that next time. I hope you liked this video, and until next time.